Hey, thank you for listening into Show and Tell, the podcast. Show and Telling. I can't ever remember the name of our own podcast.
Well, considering you came up with it, you probably should.
I know.
Anyway, did I come up with it?
Yeah, I think you did.
It's pretty creative since we're called Show and Tell.
Shit, actually, maybe we should change it.
All right, what do you got?
Nothing.
Yes.
That's why we ended up with that.
Yeah.
Seriously. Hey, so anyway, what's been going on obviously in the news is when is Megan going to heave this child out of her loins? And the thing is that today it was written up saying, oh my God, next week Prince Harry is going to the Netherlands. And so people are freaking out because they're like, but she's Jew. He can't go to the Netherlands when his wife is about to have a baby.
I just really love how they speculate so much, like they couldn't possibly have it organised themselves.
Yeah, no.
Like, and then that went through the period of, oh, she's had the baby. It's like, they're royals. She's not going to have the baby for 2 months and not tell the world.
No, exactly. They'll tell me that it wasn't Kate out there within
The next
5 minutes of
day.
giving birth. Anyway, people are like, I can't believe he's like, seriously, is he actually going to go if she's going to give birth? Like, you know, what if she's goes into labour and he's awake? To us, going to the Netherlands is like, holy shit, your husband can't go there when you're about to give birth. The Netherlands is like 2 hours from where they live.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So the outrage is like, what a joke. It is like seriously going from Melbourne to Sydney for the day.
Okay.
But also,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure if she goes into labour, will have a plan so everyone can calm your farm. Made me go like, what is more important to somebody than being at the birth of their baby? And a lot of footballers' wives
Yes.
understand, which
Because
I
they can.
don't, that if their partner is playing in a grand final or an important game, that justifies them not being there.
It kind of does.
Can I tell you, we used to joke about planning our babies around the football season
Why?
because my husband is a mad football supporter.
Yeah, it's not a player.
Yeah, I know that. The day after I had Luca, they put me at, is it Park Hyatt or whatever, you know, when they transfer you.
Yeah, to one of the fancy hotels linked.
He went to the footy that night.
Your husband went to the football the night you had the baby.
Yeah, well, no, the day after,
Right.
which was fine.
Do you reckon?
But before we set our wedding date, I had to call Geneva to find out when the Australian Grand Prix was going to be.
What do you mean? It's Geneva.
Geneva is a country.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like, because there's also an IVF.
Geography.
There's an IVF thing that's Geneva. And
Yeah,
like, what?
you're right. There is. Anyway, I had to ring them to see if I could find out when the Australian Grand Prix was on because he didn't want to get married on Grand Prix weekend because he wanted to go to the Grand Prix.
Wow.
I know, crazy, huh?
Because the thing is, I guess with that to me is no justifying. If I had a baby, my partner's not going to the football the next day. There's no way. I'm also one of those.
One.
No, none of
Number 3,
them.
maybe.
No, I don't think after you've done one of the biggest things you can
Yeah.
do, the next day they can go to the footy. I just
Yeah,
think
but you
like,
got to
that's
think
serious.
too, like I had my third and my husband wasn't in the hospital with me, he was with the other 2 kids. I was like, go home and look after them.
He was there for the birth, and then you were
Yeah.
like, look after
Yes.
the kids.
That's different.
It's still somewhat very much helping out with running the
And
family.
if I was playing in a World Cup,
In your,
and it
so
was a
you're a
gold
lacrosse
medal game,
player.
I am not gonna like.
You
If he was playing the World
Right.
Cup gold medal game, I would not expect him to not play if I was in labour.
Really?
No way.
See, I think that only if you're an elite sportsman,
Yeah.
which Stacey is, I know lacrosse is very random to a lot of people, but it's huge in the area we grew up with and huge in parts of America where you went over and coached and also had a full ride on scholarship over there. You don't admit it, but you're one of the world's best players, if not the world's best. You're probably a bit old now. Anyway, the thing is that I don't understand that because I've never been a professional athlete.
You're on a team, you can't.
Yeah, but mate, I'm on this family team.
Yeah, I
Like,
get it,
yeah.
but
I don't
it's
have any
60 minutes
choice
of your
in
life.
doing anything but having that baby.
Oh no.
But it's not just 60 minutes of your life. Like, say, for example, you're an AFL player. That's what, 3 hours are those games or 2 hours plus going away. I just honestly do not see any rational point that you go, this is more important. It's
not more
absolutely,
important.
it's prioritizing a sport over having a baby.
Kinda.
Well, it's not kinda, it is.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, she doesn't think very highly of you.
No, I'm not meaning him going to the footy the next
I know
day.
what you mean.
But because often I do the 3 p.m. pickup with Beck Judd, who has lived majority of her adult life with one of the best footballers. Jodie is a 2-time Brownlow medalist, an incredible player, and she's like, if I went into labour on grand final day, there's no way. Like, she would wholeheartedly support him because she's seen the sacrifices and everything that he has made that we haven't, and also that they sacrifice as a family. Like, football players go their whole career without getting to the grand final, so if they get there, but I still can't get my mind around going,
no, I
just
can't
be okay
either.
with him not coming.
Not for the birth. I don't know.
Like Eddie Betts, the footballer, he was on FaceTime from Adelaide for his birth, wife's birth. Yeah. Like, it's anyway.
I've never been that committed to anything.
I don't
my life. I don't even
like
understand
anything
it.
enough to go. It's no brainer.
No, me either.
Well, I think
Me
it's
either.
too, like, if that was my husband doing it, I'd be like, I'm taking him away from, if you're playing at that high level, they actually need you.
Of course they need you.
And it's like...
But your wife needs you.
Yeah, but you can get your mum or something.
I just don't think you can get your mum or something.
Mum didn't make the babies.
Mum didn't make the baby.
Oh.
Yeah, anyway, each to their own. We'd love to know what you think. Would there be any excuse in the world that your partner...
Some people
would
just
miss
miss it in time. Like, they just can't get there in time. Or
That's,
it
of
happens all the
course,
time.
that's not deliberately going, okay, well, for this reason we'll miss out on the birth. So you can always get us on our socials, Instagram and Facebook, and you can also email straight through to Stacey at show+tell.com.au. Always keen to hear what you were saying.
So I stumbled across this viral Reddit thread that asked people to share the things that they find equally enjoyable to sex.
You know what I'm firstly impressed with is the fact that you know how to use Reddit.
I don't really.
Well, you found an article on there. I have no idea.
Yeah, but that's an article that someone else has found on Reddit and then just sort of
shared it or something.
Yeah.
Such a minefield Reddit.
I do need to learn to use it. Apparently it's incredible.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here are some of the things. When you're cutting wrapping paper and the scissors start gliding. We've spoken about this before on this podcast. And then at the end you get the crack that when it stops gliding.
Oh, it's so good. It's very true.
You know what else used to be comparable to that? You know, back in the day when you had the ribbon and you used the scissors to make it curly.
Oh, yes.
You nailed it the first time.
Yes. And it would just curl up like a pube.
Yeah. Picking that booger that feels like it's attached to your brain stem.
Oh yeah, when it's a bit dry, but up the top's wet, you go.
Oh my God.
They are the best.
Got her finger up her nose.
Only when I'm stressed.
Dry and crusty, and then on the end, it's so good, and you feel it. You're like, it's still coming. It's so revolting. It's like this is so gross, but it's like when you poo and it feels like it comes out of your soul.
Oh.
You know those ones. It feels like it's actually
right?
coming out right from the top.
I hold one of my all-time favourite things is to do a complete poo, and if you're a good pooer, you wouldn't understand it. But for someone who's not, sometimes
like you never feel like you've got it all out.
No, and then I'm just like so far not clockwork. So then when I just do a full, like literally, it's come from like they've got even the stuff
So
from the
good.
top of my brain and pulled it down.
It's
and
so good. It feels so good.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Speaking of poo.
What else is better than
Hang
sex?
on, no, this one's good. When you flush a huge shit and the toilet temporarily clogs to the point of overflowing, but then the pressure suddenly clears the clog and the whole thing goes down. You're like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, it's exactly the same. It's so true.
That was awesome.
It is so true though, isn't it? Because how stressful is it? How stressful is it when you do a poo and you're like, oh my god, like, and I only recently got a plunger, but before that, if you would have to call the plumber over to get rid of your big turd. Remember, Stacey, when Sam and I first got together and we were around at Sam had a little apartment and you and I went over for dinner, and remember we were so new, I hadn't farted in front of him, I hadn't done anything, I did a poo and I couldn't flush it.
You did a poo in that tiny apartment.
Yeah, I know. I know there's a lot wrong with it. I clearly needed to go. And then I had to just come out and go, okay, you can't go in there. I can't flush it. And Stacey's brother's a plumber. And remember, we for some reason, so couldn't get it down, and then maybe it got clogged or something, and we had to call your brother.
Hang on.
Do you not remember this?
No, I don't remember stuff like this.
I want to know how far into your relationship you were at this point.
Clearly far
This is
enough.
really early days that you came out and
I
said,
don't
don't
judge you for that though.
Yes. I'm pretty open like that. I'd much prefer to say, don't go in there.
Then leave it.
And let him go in and go, there's...
You could have just let him assume it was
turd.
mine.
No, but there was a one-bedroom apartment and I walked out and then there's a turd in there.
Can I tell you, this is going right off topic, but I've got to do it. I've got to tell you the funniest poo story ever.
Great, I love poo.
And I'm so embarrassed to... I'm actually not embarrassed to tell it. It's bloody funny.
Mm-hmm.
When I was about 17 years old, you know, everyone at school was turning 18, year 12. Anyway, went to a party, got absolutely hammered.
UDLs, what was your drink of choice?
No, well, the problem was vodka, and a friend was meant to bring vodka who had turned 18, and she didn't rock up till like 3/4 of the way
Oh,
through
that
the
is
party.
so annoying because there was always one person that was bringing I've got
The bottle.
vodka.
I know, and I had to be home by like midnight. I was like, oh. So as soon as she came, I was just getting as much in. I was so drunk. I got home, and in my family home, when I was younger, we had one toilet. Walk in, I had to shit. But I didn't want to go into the toilet because it was right near my mum and dad's room.
And you didn't want them to know you were drunk?
I would have been bouncing off the walls for sure. I went and shit in the backyard, right? Underneath. No, listen to this.
Holy cow.
No, listen to this. Underneath,
Fantastic.
like the ferns in the backyard, right? Do not ask me how I wipe my ass because I don't know. Right?
Was it
Like,
wiped?
what? I don't know. Unless I grabbed a leaf, I probably didn't. I was so drunk. No, this is the funniest bit, right?
You'd hope.
Like a week or two later, we're having a family barbecue outside. My dad's cooking or whatever, and he looks over under the grandfather fern, and we had this little miniature fox terrier dog, tiny, called Sparky. And my dad looks over and goes, "Geez, that's a really big shit for Sparky." And my brother always jokes that it turned white like a dog shit. No judgments. No judgments. Is that Paul Sparky? May he rest. It was this like a full human-sized turd and this tiny little.
This tiny ring hole.
Wow.
You know, I know we really can't dedicate a whole podcast to poo, but it's going that way.
My title, I know what my title's going to be.
I shouldn't follow up with that story because mine's nowhere near as good. This is actually quite, really so strange. So strange. It was such a strange kid. I remember being in primary school and I would have been in grade 2. So this is the age my son is now. And I remember being on the Oval. And so the Oval was so far from any toilets. And I'm like, I need to poo. And I said to one of my friends, I need to poo. Do you dare me to do it?
Oh no, and you
are a
did.
sick
Just in your pants.
She was a sick child.
Not in my pants. I pulled down my pants
Oh my God.
and went behind a tree. But the Oval is surrounded, like there's a road every way around the Oval. And I literally did a poo and covered it with a leaf. And as soon as I did it, I regretted it so much. I had poo's remorse. And then my mum, who worked around the corner, literally drove past.
No!
Yeah, but my pants were up, and I remember I just remember, I think I even remember halfway through squeezing it out, going, this is a terrible idea. What have I done here?
Listen to me, I'm going, and she was in grade 2 and I was 17 years old. I was practically an adult and I'm going, so shocked at your grade 2 poo story.
Oh, you're so
So
strange.
go on, Stacey, open up about your poo stories. We know you love them.
I have many poo stories, but none that are funny.
No, you just used to
Remember
have
what I
obvious all
used?
the time.
Yes, I did, and I always said it was the lighting. So anytime I went into like an office work style building, it was
still
always
do
in
that,
America.
right?
I would walk into a big complex like that and be like, "Where's the
I
toilet?"
had to poo.
Instantly. I swear it has to do with the
I
lighting or
think
something.
it is a thing. Is it a
Yeah,
thing?
I don't know, because it was very unusual.
It is unusual. So Sam, my partner, is going to Billie Eilish tonight.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
She's got about 25 top 20 hits right now. Well, she's
She-
got top 25, but
Yeah, she's got a heap, and I had no idea who she was.
Yeah.
And like I've heard her name, but I really
I don't.
don't get it at all. And when things like that happen where I don't know someone, it worries me because I'm like, this is an old person.
yeah, out of
Who's
touch.
this Billie Eilish?
Raph
And-
told me he's 8.
Yeah, but well, there you go. She's probably the target market. So she's 17. She's clearly brilliant, an American singer. I researched her after, and she makes her music with her brother, which is pretty cute. Yeah, so Sam's going. Everyone just loves her because I think she doesn't do drugs, she doesn't drink. She's a pretty. I think
she's very quirky though. She reminds me of not style of music at all, but she's like Lady Gaga. She's really quite quirky in how she presents. Like, Raph was first fascinated by her because of her video clip. She's got like blood coming out of her eyeball and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, she's quite different, I think, and she knows who she is. So she's like, she has really clear messages like Gaga. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, got you. Yeah. Anyway, so he's off to that tonight. I was like, wow.
He's going to watch a 17-year-old.
17, and I would honestly, still now, would not know who Billie Eilish is if she walked past me.
Same. I wouldn't know.
Neither would I. And you want to know something sad? Talking about feeling old. When you said Sam's going to Billie, I was going to say Idol. It's Billie Idol.
Oh God,
Billie Idol's great.
She's so great.
Remember when he was with Christy Brinkley?
Oh.
No, you're thinking of Billie Joel.
Who's Billie Idol then?
You know,
the blonde hair.
Yeah, he was on Wedding Singer. The Wedding
That's
Singer.
it.
I was fully like, Christy Brinkley.
Girl. All right.
Bockled today.
Hey, yeah, I think we should probably leave it at that. Do you think we've covered Pooh? We've covered Prince William, footy players.
She's still going over there.
And Billie Idol being married to Christy Brinkley. It's an all-time high. Hey, head to our Facebook page, Show and Tell online, also our Instagram, and that is also Show and Telling though, isn't it, on iTunes?
Yes.
So a couple of
actually, Show and Tell the podcast.
Show and Tell the podcast.
Yes.
Sorry, it is. And we also on there we've got our On the Couch chats, and we've also got this Show and Telling podcast. But people have been leaving really beautiful messages. If that is you, thank you, because we have requested it, and it's not for us to feel amazing about ourselves, although you did screenshot it and sent it to us on a bad day, and we were like, amazing. But it helps bump us up in iTunes and gets our podcast out there to more people, because who wouldn't want to hear about a grade 2 dumping on the Oval?
I know.
Oh God. Anyway, we'll be back soon, and super exciting. We've got a guest coming up, Shannon from Shannon's Kitchen, one of the funniest writers. I remember following her a little while ago and just going, oh my God, this chick is the funniest writer. She's foul mouth, and she's put out cookbooks and stuff like that. So we're getting her on too. Shannon Kelly.
Yeah, she's the best.
She's coming on soon. But that's a couple of weeks away. Anyway, we'll be back before then. Ciao for now.
Bye.